Hey guys, how's it going? I was finally able to throw together a quick performance review video of the new 2024 Magellan Kayak 10'3" Angular. So we'll hop into that in this video, and I'll try to give you a couple pros and cons of the kayak. First off, this is just kind of how I had it in my truck with most of my things set up. That way I could just put it straight into the water once I get to the river. I mean, if you have two kayaks, you can just close the tailgate and they'll both fit in there just fine. So this is just a regular size pickup. In this first video, you'll see this is just kind of me paddling upstream against the current. It tracks fairly well, and this is just a short clip of me just catching a striper in current and how the boat kind of handles here in this situation. So the first con, I'd probably just point out to y'all, if y'all kind of notice in the clip where my feet are. I mean, I'm only 5'9" on a good day, and my feet basically touch the end of the kayak. So the adjustable footrest, while they're nice and a good idea, don't really do much for someone of, average height or more. What I end up doing most of the time is just pulling them all the way towards me and just resting my feet against the plastic, since that's the most comfortable position for me. So if you're a tall guy and you're looking for a kayak where you have plenty of room, you might want to look towards a longer kayak, maybe 11, 12, even 13 foot. Here again, you can notice that it tracks pretty well coming back up to the current. I just kind of paddle back up to a little cove up here that's got some slack water in it, so I can deal with the fish and get them unhooked and all that. But it goes pretty straight when you're paddling against the current. The next thing I'd like to bring up is, I know a lot of y'all have been asking about the sturdiness of the kayak and the stability of it, if you can stand up in it. The short answer is yes, you can stand up in it. Now, it's not the most stable kayak in the world, and I've only stood up in it in very calm water. I'm not really brave enough to stand up in current just yet, not really comfortable doing that. But you can stand up in it. I would recommend getting some type of grip tape to put on the floor of the kayak, just to better hold your footing when you're trying to fish out of it standing up. But definitely take some practice and get comfortable with it, maybe in the pool or in a lake somewhere where there's not any current, before you try to do this in a river. So once I get my anchor wizard hooked up to it, I'll try standing up in some current, see how that works, and I'll report back to y'all on that. One more thing I'll leave y'all with, I wouldn't really say this is a con per se, but more of a tip or a word of advice. I was fishing today, almost flipped the kayak. The reason being was I got just a little sideways in some current. Water came over the edge of the kayak and filled the back. If you notice in that picture that just showed up, the back of the kayak where I have my milk crate and my rod holder, I had the scupper holes plugged, and it filled up really fast, and I just leaned slightly to my left and I about rolled out. I lost a water bottle and a tackle box, but that was about it. Luckily I didn't fall in the river. But just a tip, if you don't need the scupper plugs plugged, if it's warm, I would recommend just keeping them out so you ain't got to worry about that happening to you. But if it's cold, just be a little extra cautious and careful of that current. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability, and I'll just keep trying out this kayak and see what else it has to offer.